Sports card breaking and a call to action. My goal of this video is to get you to think. Leave a comment below on what we should do, if anything. I'm going to check the views, I'm going to check the comments, and I'm going to guarantee you a lot of people are just not going to say anything. But sports card breaking is a form of gambling, okay? It is also the fastest growing segment of sports cards. It is the number one way sports cards are consumed, opened, distributed, sold. There are many, many very positive things about sports card breaking. I love to buy into sports card breaks. I've been doing this now for almost 10 years, learned a lot from it, seen a lot from it. And I believe it has become the wild, wild west, worse than it ever has been in the past. And the purpose of this video is I'm asking you, do we self-regulate this or do we go to others outside to regulate this industry? I think that's really the only options we have. Now, the third option is obviously do nothing and leave things as they are. I feel like if we do that, that's not a good path. And I don't think it's the path many of us want to go down. So let's look at option number one. How do we self-regulate? Well, I think we start that by companies and organizations like what Breaker Comp or Break Comp did, right? By simply sharing what our prices, transparency of price. I would love to see breakers would voluntarily submit their pricing to BreakComp. And BreakComp could say, hey, we're going to publish the latest prices that are either live or as they come in or whatever it be, that they should want to opt into this community of BreakComp and share their price transparency. And yes, sometimes their prices will be higher than their competitors, and there's reasons for that. We as purchasers understand that. We can still make those decisions on what we're going to purchase, but there's a form of transparency. We don't feel like, someone's pulling one over on us. If I overpay for a team, then I find that every other breaker is selling for half the amount. That's not good for me. It's not good for the breaker who did that. It's not good for the hobby. So let's just start there. Beyond that, how do we protect the breakers who get chargebacks or no payments or ghosted by buyers? And how do we protect the buyers from breakers who don't ship the cards, ship poorly, damage, whatever it is, whatever those issues might be? How do we communicate that? Wouldn't it be great if maybe you could post reviews and those reviews were vetted and we could talk about them? We'd have conversations. Wouldn't it be great maybe if somebody in the hobby could create, I don't know, some type of organization that, again, you could go to and register your breaking? Here's what you do. If you have complaints, file your complaints here. Complaints can be looked over. This way it would stop some of the malicious, oh, this breaker sucked. And it also stops some of the BS of the breakers who do suck. Anybody remember the Brandon Cooks to 99 story? Well, back when Brandon Cooks to 99 happened, I think it was 2016, 2017, the hobby self-regulated, and that man never broke another box of cards for sale that we are at least aware of under that identity, okay? So there's something done. Second option, and probably the one that's going to happen because I have little faith on our ability to self-regulate, but please prove that I am wrong, is government regulation. And I think that will come through in the form of gambling and focusing on breaking. And there'll be some type of app you have to authenticate into, very similar to fantasy football. I don't think it will give us the same value that I, as a consumer, would want. I think it might provide some type of transparency. It might also control the channels of who does the breaking. I think, therefore, you'd have an ability to call, I don't know, consumer affairs or Better Business Bureau if somebody's, treated you poorly in a transaction. Today, I don't think you have much recourse on some of these kitchen breakers. I want to hear from you. What do you think? I will tell you, I've already looked into this. And I think the best way to do it would be at the state level, would be to write some of your state legislators about regulating gambling around children, specifically sports card breaking. I think part of it's to educate the legislator on what this is. And the other area is all the money, right, that's going through these breakers. I think there's a lot of tax money that's being missed. And again, I'm not trying to be the PPP loan police, but I remember, was it one of the backyard breaks, I think, did this big repack, collecting a lot of money. And I just want this to be done right. Right. I look at the lotto industry, right? The lottery industry is regulated. I even look at poker industry, poker games and poker tournaments. They have some self-regulation and they follow the casino and gambling laws in the states they are active in. I see no reason why we can't ask or expect the same from the breaking community. So as a person who has a channel that I dedicate my time in showing how I buy brakes and have fun buying brakes, I'm asking you, what do we do about sports car braking? Do we regulate? Do we ask someone else to regulate it? Do we do nothing at all? Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate your feedback.